Hey everybody, thanks for joining me for the children's sermon for Grace Lutheran Church on August 9th. My name is Kelsey and I'm the Director of Christian Education and Youth Ministry here at Grace. Have you guys ever said to anyone ever, "Ew, they have cooties," or "I don't want to sit by them, they're not nice, they're not blah blah, they don't smell good"? I don't know, there's like 500 reasons, right, why you may exclude someone from joining you. "Ew, I don't want to be by that person, they don't have good style," or they always have ripped clothes, or they always bring their lunch to school, or they have cooties, right? There's lots of different reasons why we can exclude people. In our gospel lesson today, we actually hear Jesus excluding someone. A Canaanite woman who is probably like the person that you're like, "Oh, they have cooties, I don't want to sit next to them," right? They're not someone you really want to socialize with. They're not someone you want to sit next to. A Canaanite woman is like this for Jesus. Canaanites are like way down here, and Jesus is like way up here, and she's like, "Help me!" And Jesus is like, "No thanks. I'm just gonna pass. You got cooties. I don't really want to deal with this." But the Canaanite woman says, "My daughter needs help." And the dogs even get the scraps from the master's table. And with this simple sentence that probably like, "Okay, why are you talking about puppies? I'm game. Like, let's go." With that sentence, Jesus is kind of like smacked in the head and is like, "But you're here to love everyone." And so then Jesus goes and heals her daughter and says, "You have great faith." Great faith? She's a Canaanite woman. She's got cooties. What do you mean great faith? What is this? What it's all about is that Jesus is both God, awesome, powerful, wonderful, magic, does healing and miracles, but Jesus is also part human, and he's got skin and flesh and blood and a heartbeat and thoughts and feelings and emotions, and his human side said, "No, you got cooties, I'm not interested." And then God reminded him through this woman that he is there to love each and every person. And so I want you to think about, especially now that you're going back to school, some of you may be doing hybrid, some of you may be doing cyber school, some of you may be just hanging out with friends in your neighborhood again, and like even maybe your siblings, you're doing this too. You exclude them, and sometimes it's fair to exclude them because you need your own time. I get you, need your own time. But also remember what it feels like to be excluded. Jesus and God don't want anyone excluded. God reminded Jesus of that with this woman who talks about dogs getting food from their owner's scraps, or owner's tables. They get scraps from their owner's table. So how are you going to, especially starting in the fall and maybe going back to school, maybe not going back to school, with your family, with your neighborhood, how are you going to try to include everyone, even people who you may be like, "I really would rather not," right? Jesus doesn't say, only like the people you want to like. Jesus says you gotta like them all, you gotta love them all, because I love them all. And so how are we going to include those people? Because Jesus did in this story. Hopefully next week you guys will see my puppy dogs. I'm super excited. We are moving next week, and so of course I'm going to let Potter be a part of the children's sermon next week. So I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I hope you and pray that you are able to figure out ways to be inclusive and to love everybody, because God loves everyone.